So on the last slide, I said Naya had an aquarium. I gave you these dimensions. So let's talk about how we would solve it. If we were missing the length, the width, or the height, you're going to solve it the same way. Write length times width times height. Write your formula, and then just substitute your numbers in. So for instance, your volume is 3,758.75, and it equals, well, what is your length? Well, 24.25 times, what was your width? 12.5, and then times h. We don't know what h is. So what you're going to do is go ahead and multiply these. You have your 3,758 and 75 hundredths. And then if you multiply these two together, you're going to get 303.125, and then you have your h. Well, you're trying to solve for h. You're trying to figure out the height. So you want to isolate it. What are you going to do? You're going to divide both sides by the number that's being multiplied by h. So I'm going to divide it by 303.125. And when I do that, this would just be 1, and 1 times h would just be your h, your height. And then when I divide these two numbers, you're going to get 12.4 inches. And remember, it's not squared or cubed because it makes just one line. All right, so it's only one measurement. All right, let's look at the area of the base of the rectangle juice box is 4.5 squared inches. If the volume of the box is 18 cubic inches, how tall is the box? Well, it tells you that the area of the juice box, and I am not going to attempt to draw this juice box, but if the base, remember the base is just a square, so if it's telling you the area is 4.5, that means they've already multiplied your base and your width. So it's basically your volume equals length times width times height, or volume equals capital B means the area times height. They've already done that. So all I have to do is write the volume. Well, what is the volume? The volume is 18 cubic inches, and then the area is 4.5. So remember, this 4.5 has already been multiplied, or it has the length and the width multiplied together, equal 4.5. And then how tall is it? What's the height? Well, if I want to figure out what the height is, I'm going to divide both sides by 4.5. And if I divide 4.5 by 4.5, that's going to give me 1h. It's just going to be my height. And then 18 divided by 4.5 is going to give me 4 inches. And again, that is only one dimension, one measurement, so it won't be squared or cubed. Let's look at number 5. A box of cereal is shaped like a rectangular prism. So kind of like this, but on its side. The box is 20 centimeters long and 30 centimeters high. Its volume is, okay, so it tells me volume. I know I'm going to do length times width times height. And now I just have to substitute my numbers in. Do I have a volume? Yes, 3,600. Do I have a length? Yep, 20 centimeters. Do I have a width? No. Do I have a height? Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and just write it out of order because I always want my variables at the end. Now, write my 3,600 and multiply these together. 20 times 30 is going to equal 600 times my width, and that's what I need to figure out. So I am going to divide both sides by 600, and that equal to 1 W is just your W. And then this is going to give me 6 centimeters. And again, it's not cubed, it's not squared because it is just one measure.